That drive though with Stafford and Cup, man, unfreaking believable. That you found your guy. They meet every morning at 5 a.m. on Wednesdays, and it came to life right there. Talking about
Breakfast.
process over results, baby.
Now, how was Matt right before that drive? What was his temper like? How
First thing I'm gonna do, not that you're scared of Matthew. He's real sensitive about Matt. So
Really?
can we call him Matthew?
We've thrown a couple.
He's like
times.
McConaughey. McConaughey is the same way I hear.
I'm
He's
calling
very
Stat.
serious about
Stat.
Matthew. She's gonna post on Insta.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm just telling you.
I like to come
Kelly's
over
gonna get you on Insta. If you don't, you gotta call him Matthew.
I'm sorry,
Okay?
Matthew.
Okay, Matthew.
I'm not.
It's very serious. But
Still
dude,
protected.
honestly,
How was Matty before that thing?
hey, if you're like me, I'm calling Matt the rest of the day. No, anyway, so no, you know what's wild is like when people talk about the game, right? Like that's the things I actually remember is like him walking in the huddle. So, if people don't realize this, the quarterback's always on the side of the team. Like, so, he's communicating with the coach, all those things. So obviously our sideline is away from me being the left tackle. And so Matthew's over on that side. And so we're looking dead into each other. Every time he's getting the call from Sean, I can kind of see Sean in the background making the calls, and I see Matthew like looking up at us. And I'll never for him getting in the huddle, and he was like, "Hey man, let's go do something special right here," And there was just a look in his eye. Like I always said this, like Matthew to me is like John Wayne. Like he just does, like he's like this cowboy bad dude in the sense of he's not a cowboy type guy, but he's just a tough, never hurt, never says a word. Like gets hit, you can literally like, ugh, like nothing. Won't say a word, like not blaming anybody. Never tell you a thing, like they're draining his knee, his hip, whatever pregame. Like he doesn't care. Like the dude's just tough, and that's who he is. And so you're just like in the huddle. It's like, let's go do something special, boys. It's like, yes, sir. Like nobody's touching you. Think of Necessary Roughness, if you will, the movie. Like nobody's gonna touch you. Like that's literally how you felt with Matthew Stafford in the huddle. And that drive, obviously, him and Cup really special. And every play. It's like that, I look on the screen, it's like, he's like, man, it's 15-play drive. Gosh, it felt like 4 months. It literally like you're like, oh, we found a first down. Oh, we found a first down. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So it was a wild, wild deal, but I think really special. You always think those things end the way they end. To have those two guys, the relationship they formed, the bond and commitment they made to meet every single morning. We also that season had what we called the Breakfast Club. Me, Stafford, and Cup and our wives would meet every single Tuesday morning for breakfast that whole entire season at Soho and Soho in Malibu. We met every week. They'd have it like they were all ready for us every Tuesday morning, and it really became a great bonding experience for us. And we even did it the week of the Super Bowl. And the roughest one was the Tuesday after the Super Bowl when none of us have slept at all. But it was like, hey, let's have one more. And we met that morning, and it was like, dude, what a journey this whole year. We won a Super Bowl. Now here we are sitting here having breakfast again. It was a special year.
You know what? And that last drive pretty much summed up that team. 15 plays, executing and gotta have it situations, key third downs, your go-to players making go-to plays.
One of the best no looks ever. If not the.
He invented it.
Patrick said this. Like I know people, but like Mahomes has actually said, like I grew up watching Stafford like throw he is the. Like, I know nobody like talks about that much, but like he is the guy who like was doing that for a long time.
Well, Joe used to do it a little bit.
Yeah,
flat, little flat, but
he kind of took it a little crazy a couple times this
year. Because he would go across the damn middle. No one does a no look across the middle. It's kind of like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Now it brings me with all what you just said, all those techniques and everything. No one can stop you. That all has to change, and all those schemes and all that mindset changes when you're going against the Chiefs, though, right? Because rushing Patrick Mahomes has got to be it's got to be different.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's the thing. Every week is a new. I know you know how it is.
It's a division game, though. They know you. You know them. You know what they're doing, but you also know what the guy like him.
Yeah, you know.
You can't give him a gaping lane because and then he's gonna create. So you got to be patient. You can't get back past the quarterback. It's the worst place to be, especially 100%. With him. That's got to be that's a tough one, huh?
It's a different battle. I mean, that's the thing. Your division guys, like I see Herbert, Mahomes, all these guys over and over again, and the teams, like you said, they know each other so well, and you know that your opponent, you know exactly what they're going to do, but it's who's going to be more prepared and who had a better week leading up to that game, who took care of their body better. It's the littlest details, I think, that matter in those type of matchups, because you already know what the hell they're going to do. And you're playing a guy like Mahomes, you cannot let him breathe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to be on his ass the whole time. Herbert's the same way. If you give Herbert a little bit of breathing room, he's going to come back and make a play. So, like, we preach that all the time, and that's why we were able to beat, you know, at the end of the year, we beat the Chargers, beat the Broncos, beat the Chiefs. It's because we didn't let up at all. Like, we were on it from the go. We got a sack. We got 2 sacks first drive, and we just kept rolling. And that's what, you know, what you got to do with those type of quarterbacks.
Now, in the division, who's your guys' rival? Who do you hate the most? And is it the Chiefs because they've just been running it for a while, or is it who's your?
I mean, I hate them all. I will say that.
Yeah.
I hate the Chiefs. I hate them all in different ways. You know, the Chargers are like the Clippers when they had Doc Rivers and Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. They're like, when their things are going well, everyone's like, oh my God, but they're front runners. We know who they are.
Amen.
We know who they are, and I'm gonna just be real.
That's a great
And
comp.
they know what it is. They're front runners. So yeah, they're that. Chiefs, they earned it. I mean, they're the best in the league. 3 Super Bowls. Everybody has their own opinions. They hate certain things about the Chiefs, but I respect the shit out of them until we do something about it and beat them. I mean, I gotta tip the cap to them. They're doing it right now.
That
But
Christmas Day game this year.
Yeah, I mean that's the type of shit. I mean, we beat them. I beat them twice and 10 times, so I can't say shit about them. I mean, I respect them though. I love playing them. I love playing Mahomes. I love playing the best. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, we hate the Chiefs.
Now let's score the game. Is this the greatest game of all time? Let's
0.
score it.
That's a 0.
Stakes. Huh?
Not the greatest game of all time. No way.
1 to 10. Decimals okay. Stakes.
Stakes 0.5.
0.5.
Yeah.
They were
Jules,
dogs.
you do it too.
Yeah.
I'll say a 4. 5.
AFC East on the line.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, it's Buffalo. You know what I'm saying?
Little brothers. You know, it sucks that now we're the little brothers. And
I know.
at least when we were the older brothers, like the big boys on the block, we were going out beating up the other kids.
By the way, one of the greatest Buffalo games was we shipped Law Dog down there.
Malloy.
And they whoop our tail 31-0. Season opener.
Yep.
And by the way, we shipped in there like the week before. And it was so awkward. You know how, like, when that white buffalo comes in and snatches a dude, the feeling in there is so weird, especially when it's one of your top guys. And then,
Can you explain what the white buffalo is?
yeah, like this. So we always say there's this bin that they bring out in the locker room, and they throw all the guys' stuff, and they clear out that locker, and you come in, and man, that dude's just gone.
The Turk.
Yeah, man. And that when that happens to a guy like him, though, man, it takes a little bit. Like when Logan was traded,
That was weird.
that had to be crazy. I wasn't there for that, obviously, but you were there.
I was there. It was crazy. I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
And by the way, what was he thinking?
We won a Super Bowl that year.
I know.
That's the crazy thing.
But that was not a good move on his part, in my opinion. But whatever. What do I know? I'm not a world record coach.
You're a world record handsome gentleman.
Thank you.
Let's get back to star power.
You didn't have to say that.
1 to 10 star power of this game.
I don't know. 4? I'm
4?
not good with these numbers.
It's all right. I'll say 6.
Okay.
The gameplay of this game, it was a blowout.
Well, I mean, from our perspective, it was pretty stellar. Pretty amazing.
You guys ran, 214 yards?
Every fat man's dream, man, is just to run the ball every single play.
You rather hit someone than get hit.
All day long, man. Backing up
Go
sucks.
forward.
Give me a 9 on gameplay.
I'll
I'm
give
all
it
in.
a 8-1.
What's the name category mean?
You gotta score the name of the game.
Oh, then okay. Score the name of the game.
And the cultural impact of the game, how much it like has a lasting. In
Yeah,
sports.
I'm gonna go 9 again because I felt it on this game.
I'm gonna go 7.8.
7-8. All right.
Jeez, look at these guys. The Russian
Sorry,
judges over
yeah,
there.
we went full Russian judge. That was before I knew it had a great name, Dinosaur for Life game.
5.8. Where does that go on the leaderboard?
That puts us
Dead last.
just below game 2 of the 2014 NLDS. So we're at like the
You guys
the
have like a
50
whole
spot.
system here. This is like
It's wild.
Those are all the games we've done.
Holy, so that's a lot. There's a lot of work being put into this. I see this. You know, like, so I've never been on social media in my life.
Yeah.
And so I'm a little bit of a dinosaur myself in that respect. But you know what? Here's my theory, man. I think it's actually going to become like the cool thing down the road.
To be like retro? No.
Yeah,
no.
you know what I mean? Like bell bottoms and all this stuff. It ends up coming cyclical, right? I think there's going to be a cachet to the people that, like, I don't know anything about this cat. Like, I can't find nothing. I mean, although I've kind of shared most of my secrets today, except for one. Thank you. Thank you.
What's your welcome to the moment? Because I remember the first day on rookie camp, I heard him scream something like, "You fat fuck, you're going to be bouncing around the league for 7 years while I'm in the back of Walmart doing these things for $5 because I get fired for trying to make you right." Or something.
Dude, 100%. You must have been doing wide receiver individuals right where we were doing center quarterback exchange. So before practice, if you were going to play interior offensive line at all in New England, you're taking snaps with Dante. Because like we all know, there are games where all of a sudden you run out of centers. You know, you run out of tackles sometimes. A tight end has to shift over. Like, shit happens. You only get, whatever it is, 46 active players on a sideline, so you better be versatile. And so he had all the interior offensive linemen taking center quarterback exchange. He's got his hands under center. He takes snaps from us. So tiny little Dante Scarnecchia has his tiny little hands under my giant fat ass, and he is shouting out cadences. And I snap a football, and he swears it was shallow. So he said, it hits the ground. I feel it. It hits my ankle. So I turn around, and I look at him, and I was like, where did it hit you? Like, I'm like pointing to my hand, trying to find out like what depth. And before I could finish showing him on my hand, ask him like, so where, he lunges at me, and he grabs my face mask with two hands. He is now doing fucking chin-ups on my face mask and screaming the most profane rant I had ever heard in my entire life, telling me that I'm going to be offering sex services for work, telling me that I'm no good, that I'm dumb as shit, that life is going to be bad for me if I don't figure out how to snap footballs to him. And I remember he
This is day one.
This is day one.
This is day one.
Day one in New England.
Day one. We just got drafted.
He kicks the fucking football, and I'm staring at it, like kind of still in shock from the moment. And he goes, "No, don't just look at the football. Go fucking get it, and let's do this over." So I run over, I grab the football, and I jog back kind of at a leisurely pace. He's like, "Okay, we're waiting on you now." I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry." So snap the football. And I mean, it was off to the races. It's like, this is the level of accountability that happens here. There's no time for discussing. His whole point was well-founded. I mean, in a football game, you're never going to snap a football, and if you feel it hit your ankle, turn around and be like, was that one a little too low for you? Like, you're going to have to block somebody. So he's like, if it hits the ground, you run and you hit somebody, and then figure out if you have possession of the football after the play's over.
Still coaching.
Yeah.
Motherfucking you, but coaching. Hit someone. If it's on there, your quarterback's going to have to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
That was my welcome to NFL. But there were so many, I'm sure you have some too, like where you see something happen at the pro level where you're just like, I've never seen that before. Randy Moss, our buddy, like you said.
I remember the first day when the vets came. Remember that? Because we had our rookie camp and we had like 4 days, and then we were there for a while. And then that first day when you see Randy Moss and Tom Brady connecting on the sideline effortlessly,
whole different world.
It was
right?
like, oh man, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, like, and that's what it looked. I guess that's what it's supposed to look like.
Day one.
You're like, okay, well, I'm never gonna get anywhere near that level, but maybe I could like brush up against the basement of that level, maybe. But Randy Moss, I remember one time. Training camp practice. It was our first training camp. And I started our first training camp injured because I actually tore my hamstring during the 40-yard test. And so I was on the training room table for like 10 days before I got back out there. Randy, I remember it was a team drill. Randy was going against like some rookie or second-year corner. And this guy, I guess, felt like he covered him going downfield on a play, and Randy was running just, fly route, go route, whatever, just down the sideline. And this kid was drawn to him. And so Randy, He's pointing, shouting something down the field. You can't hear it. It's inaudible at first, but you just know Randy's pissed.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, no, hell no. We're going to run that shit back, Billy O. None of this bullshit. That's our offensive coordinator at the time, Billy O'Brien. He was like, no, we running that shit again. Tommy, okay, right, yep, we're going to do it. And so Randy's in control now. Bill steps aside. We're going to run that play again. So this corner knows what play's coming. He just successfully covered Randy Moss just moments ago, but I guess he wasn't given his 100% effort. He knew what Randy was going to do. He blows by him, and he is 5 steps in front of him by the time they're 15 yards down the field. And I shit you not, Jules, Tom throws a perfect ball to his inside shoulder. He never even looks at the fucker. He just goes like this. He kind of side-eyes it, throws his hand out, catches it, and then holds his hand in the air as he's running to the end zone, talking shit the entire time into the end zone, all the way back to the huddle. And then he spiked it off the corner's head, got in the huddle. They ran the next play. I was like, what did we just witness?
Yeah, I remember that. That was so fun.
Oh, he did.
Randy didn't even warm up with the team.
No.
So it used to be offense, defense. Randy would always be with V. He'd have his fucking gloves on, remember?
Oh, yeah, hanging
His
off
shit wouldn't even be tied. He'd be out there just talking with V, cold shop, bro. Randy, it was a man. It was such a fun teammate. And he would motherfuck us, but when people weren't around, he'd always give you some knowledge. He'd always buddy me up, like, because I was in his room.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
so-
That must have been something, dude.
But he would always, I was quiet in my room. Because, you have Randy Moss, Wes Welker, fucking Greg Lewis we just traded for,
Yeah.
Joey Galloway.
Oh, my God, Joey, yeah.
Joey Galloway. So, like, I didn't say shit. But Randy, when we had to go pay for shit, he'd always take care of me.
Torrey Holt, was he on our team?
That was 2 years. That was the next year.
Oh, okay, yeah. But,
Remember we retired
Yeah.
on the conditioning test with the zigs?
Yes. Yeah.
My boy, I'm sorry, Tori. I'm sorry, but I got to tell the story.
Yeah, no, he was awesome.
We were on our conditioning test just to come back right before.
Yeah.
And he was wearing, remember those Reebok zigs?
Yeah, they had the little zigzag
ziggy
design
thing?
on the sole, yeah.
Conditioning test 2060s. Okay. Pretty easy.
It's not too bad, yeah.
It's not too,
Yeah.
but for receivers, we
Yeah.
got to run.
Yeah, you guys run.
We get to rep number 4. He takes his shorts off. Rep number 5, shirts.
Yeah.
Rep number 6, he looks down and he says, "Don't do this to me, Ziggs." And he walked off the field. I never saw him again. When did you guys go down to the Super Bowl? How big was the Super Bowl in 1983 at this point? Was it still fucking like massive?
To put it in perspective, Lyle and I, every game we ever played together, right after team meal, which was 8 a.m., you go to team meal, before the meal, you go to chapel and, you do all that. And they go through special teams and, R1, R2, the personnel kind of thing. And then Lyle and I would get in a cab and we'd go to the stadium every game.
No bus?
We never won the bus.
Okay.
We like to get there. I like to get there early.
Yeah.
I like to get there early. I get my shorts on. I get my thing on, and I'd go out and I'd run some 40s just to kind of get loose and stretch, and come back in and I'd go over my formation sheets. Lyle would get fully dressed except for the pads, lie down on the floor and go to sleep. And it said a lot about how different we were.
Yeah.
And he'd say to me, "Hey, what's that one formation that we can't figure out?" I said, "Dot." Like he didn't know formations. He didn't know. He just played.
Yeah.
And that was the difference between the two of us. But we took a cab every game, and the Super Bowl was no different. So we go through pregame meal, and you think about nowadays, and particularly after 9/11.
Yeah, that's when it all.
That's when it all really, really changed.
Helicopters and shit.
Concrete pillars a block around the stadium. You can't get anywhere near the stadium. So we get in a cab. We're driving to the stadium, and I think the guy spoke broken English who was in the cab driving us. and we get stuck in traffic just short of a mile from the stadium, and we're not getting there. And Lyle's trying to get the guy to go up on the curb, and that needle's in red, and I'm like, let's. So we get out of the cab, and we're walking through the tailgaters 3/4 of a mile to the stadium through the parking lot with Lyle Alzado in a froth. So, that tells you how different it is now versus then.
Did everyone know you guys?
Yeah, I mean, Lyle.
You guys are huge.
Lyle at one point sparred Muhammad Ali. I mean, and if you're a Washington fan, you know who I am and you know who he is. And, if you're a Raider fan, you know who I am and you know who he is. So it's one of the two in the stadium parking lot. And to see his face as the clock was ticking down, here's this card-carrying bad man, you got to kill him kind of guy. And tears are just running down his face. I mean, the journey he had going from Denver to Cleveland over 13 years, I think it was 13 years before he got to us. And for him to finally, make it. And I remember Marcus, ironically enough, on the counter, ironically enough, the big run was off a blown counter play.
Ooh.
It was a counter 67, and it got stuffed at the point of attack. Marcus reset, comes back, and he's blowing everyone away, and you see this bullet come from behind him. If you look at the film, it's Cliff Branch running close to by him. He, the gap between, it was like the kid from the Seahawks last week who picked the ball off 192 yards.
The big boy.
Yeah. You could see the wide receivers all kind of, they're gearing it down, but it's like a group of escorts.
Yeah.
And that's what Cliff was on Marcus's run.
Now
he ends up winning the MVP.
Lyle boxed.
He did a what was supposed to be a
charity.
It was kind of not a real exhibition, but to Lyle it was a little more than that.
Did he train?
Oh, I'm sure he did. Yeah.
How did it look? How'd he do?
This was before me, so I didn't really. I've seen footage of it, but knowing Lyle, he wanted to land something. Yeah.
It was at Mile High Stadium.
Lyle the Mile.
Yeah.
The aftermath was really interesting because I think that was one of those turning points. I think if we win that game, we would end up going to 3 Super Bowls back to back, right? I think that following year was very difficult because it was like took the whole season to kind of like finally get together as one unit because everybody was pointing fingers of whose fault it was. But in my head, it was like it's everybody's fault if you lose, honestly. Unless it's just like a really unique play where it's like comes down to it. But we gave up points on defense. The offense didn't score enough, or we didn't do this. It's like everybody plays a role in it.
Yeah, I mean it's a team sport. It's
Definitely.
the ultimate team sport. 11 men have to do their job for 5 seconds, and if one guy messes up, it could be a colossal fuck up.
Yeah. I'm choking Gronk on this one.
So what can we talk about this? How did this go?
I don't know. I just was like, man, fuck, they won. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's fight. You know what I'm saying? Like. Let's just fight. like who win the fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just might as well at this point. What's gonna happen?
It's that theory that you don't know if you like winning more than you hate losing.
Yeah, it's just like, man, like all that to be here. Yeah, and I was playing really good this game, and I was just like wanting to like, yeah, but it all turns out it is what it is.
Now, immediately after that game in locker room, was there like?
It was shock.
Why did we not run it?
Yeah, I think that was what everybody was thinking.
Was that everyone's mind?
Yeah, I think P still thinks that. I think that's one of he would probably never say that, but I bet in his head a little bit that like he wonders if what would happen if he just ran the ball, right? I think.
Yeah. Well, you guys were
I
down
can't speak
4.
for him.
They were down 4, so it was third down. Was it third down?
second, I believe.
Second
At a
down. So they
timeout.
had 3 downs at the 2.
I went through it to 4th down. And we was on, most likely could did 2 quarterback sneaks.
Yeah, that. Sorry that I'm thankful that they ran. Yeah. Legacy, the Mount Rushmore of Seahawks defenders after that one.
I think you still got Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas probably goes down as one of the best safeties. I think it'll take him a little bit to, everything that kind of happened at the end will be shaky. But I think he still is a Hall of Famer. I think Sherm, for sure. Sherman's done a great job in retirement and career. All the things he's done in football. Bobby, for sure. Like, KJ's really good. Cliff was great. Cam was great. Like, there's a lot of great defenders on that team.
That's just the whole defense is in the Legion of Boom.
The whole
defense is on the wall.
The whole defense is on the wall. It takes a great defense to win.
It does.
I think where did we go as the best defense in history?
Yeah, where does this go in the best?
Some people say
Legion of Boom.
some people say number 1 and number 2. Depends who you ask.
Competing with what? 85 Bears.
85 Bears or the Ravens.
Ravens. 2000 Ravens.
Yeah.
That's
statistically we were kind of the best. We look at statistic wise.
How? What statistics show that?
Scoring, running, passing, turn. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So
I want to know your Mount Rushmore DNs.
Hell yeah, brother. True DNs, not the edge rusher types.
DNs.
We're going to start off Chris Dolman.
Okay.
Julius Peppers.
Okay.
Are we labeling Reggie White as a DN? Because he was a 3-4, but he's really a D tackle. But he was on the edge.
Yeah, he was on the edge.
You can't go, Reggie White, and then Cam Jordan. Let's go.
No LT.
He's an edge. LT? He's not a DN.
DN.
He's an edge rusher. He's TJ Watt.
Okay, I like
He's
it.
Von
I like
Miller. Yeah, he's not putting his hand in the dirt and you're like, oh shit, he's gonna put hands on me. Like, the tight ends didn't fear him. Fear him.
LT.
He's fear to block him for sure in a pass rush.
You see LT?
But a duo going his way. Tight end.
Dude, you know what? You know what's fucking crazy? When you just said that, a duo coming his way. We got the duo. Our defense. I don't know. I forget what year it was. In like 18, we had a good defense, and they were getting the duo coming at them. It was regular day.
Yeah.
And we got blown up. And you know how you're supposed to take them out, so you force it inside the duo? Fucking Bill threw on LT clips. He goes, this is how you fucking do it. And he'd show LT blowing up the duo and making the fucking play. But it's funny how you said that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. No, yeah. I like that. That's an insane.
Yeah. Now, had you just left it at edge, then we'd open it up to the Von Millers, the LTs.
Yeah. I like that you have a difference.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's nuances to this.
That's like naming a slot receiver, and they're like, oh, but what about him? But he's an X or a Z or whatever it is.
Well, a lot of people think I'm a slot receiver, but I did have more catches on the outside.
We love nuance here in the Nut House.
Yeah, it's the details.
I just made a lot of hay in the slot.
And then, the chop block penalty, that was unfortunate. I had gotten away with one. I thought I can go back to it, and they got my ass for it.
Wait, what was your relationship with the refs? Did you ever butter them up?
Fuck the refs. Fuck all the refs. Fuck them all. They're, my thing with the refs are it's just so uneven. It's just so uneven, the enforcement of penalties. And this isn't against me. This is in the game. It's so uneven of the enforcement of the penalties, and it comes down to a critical juncture in the game. And these guys haven't thrown flags for 4 quarters, and now they want to get the flags out. Now they want to decide the game. And it's like, I would just love to see
you
a
gotta
better.
call the game consistently at the beginning that you're gonna call at the end.
If you're going to throw flags for PI, throw them in the first quarter, throw them in the fourth quarter. I can handle that. But if you're going to go throughout the whole game and you're going to let this little ticky-tack stuff go, and then in the fourth quarter it happens and you throw a flag, it's like, it's uneven. I want what's fair. And you've been a part of games where you just get fucked by the refs.
Yeah.
And you take all the evidence and you turn it into the NFL, and the NFL comes back the next week and they're like, yeah, that was a bad call. They shouldn't have called that. Or maybe they should have threw a flag here. And you're like, dude, our whole season depends on that. And this asshole who wants to come talk to me before a game, hey, what's up, bud? How you? Fuck you, man. Like, that's the one thing that pisses me off about refs. Just not doing their job. Everyone else is out there doing their job.
Did you have any one ref that you liked? None of them, or all of them they're all bad.
Fuck them all. I mean, I liked a couple of them. I would talk with a couple of them before the game, But as soon as that ball was snapped in the first quarter, they're on me. Hey, no pushing and shoving, no doing that. I'd be like, throw the flag or shut the fuck up, man. Just what? I'm not out here to talk to
That's
you.
Raider. That's Raider football. That's a Raider mindset.
That's a Raider.
Hey, I'm not out here to talk to you. I don't want to be buddy with you. Like if you see it, you warn me, and then you throw the flag, and then we'll move on.
Fair enough, baby. Do business as business is being done, right, Jules?
Yeah,
That
you
was
got to
Bill.
do business. That's what Bill would say. Now, fellas, we got to see how the refs are going to call it, and then you do business as being done.